In this video, we're going to celebrate Veterans Day with the Veterans Day shave. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB, and thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. As always, before we get into the content, a word from our sponsor, Leaf. This video is brought to you by our good friends at Leaf, and you know I love Leaf products. I love using the Leaf, which you've seen me use many times on the channel. I also love using the Twig. You've seen that a lot on the channel as well. If you'd like to save 5%, use discount code IAMCDB right there and save 5% while shopping with the good folks at Leaf. And now, back to the video. And all right, we are back, and today is November 11th, and here in the United States, November 11th is Veterans Day, and we honor all veterans, past and present, and I thought today would be a great day to honor veterans. I am a veteran myself. My brother's a veteran. My dad is a veteran. His brothers were a veteran. In fact, there's a picture of myself, my dad, and my brother, all proud veterans, proud to have served. It was an honor and a privilege. Of course, now keep in mind, folks, on Veterans Day, we celebrate all Veterans Day. On Memorial Day, we celebrate the fallen veterans. So there is a distinction there, so always keep that in mind. So when I was thinking about the Veterans Day shave, I thought, what am I going to use? And Sterling immediately came to mind because Rod and Mandy of Sterling are both veterans. And in fact, Sterling as a company would probably never have existed if Rod and Mandy had not been veterans, because they met serving together. So today we're going to be using Sterling Triumph, which has a magnificent scent. I absolutely love the scent. The scent is based on Paco Rabanne Invictus, and it is tremendous. I'll put a description for you right there. Really booming scent too. Scent strength off the tub here is medium high, and this is Sterling, so you know it comes to you at a great price. $13.95 for 5.8 ounces, or on a cost chart there, $2.40 an ounce, which is absolutely exceptional. And man, the scent. I don't know why I haven't talked more about this soap, because it is just a banging sort of scent that I absolutely love. Honestly, it's one of my favorite scents of this year, because this year is the first time I ever experienced this scent. It is absolutely tremendous. This is a tallow-based soap, by the way. I'll put the ingredients for you on the screen right there. And one of the things I love about Sterling is ease of use. I always get an incredible lather from Sterling easily. I'll show you a lather pick right there. And as you can see, that is creamy goodness right there. It comes easily too when I use Sterling, and that's one of the reasons I love it so much. Well priced, great stuff, easy to use, big thumbs up. We're also going to be using today the Sterling stainless steel razor that they put out. I don't think they have any more of these, and today I'm using the standard plate, although I also own the hyper aggressive plate, which is very aggressive. The standard is still pretty efficient. Sadly, they don't have any more of these, and I don't know if they'll ever make any more. These were made in the United States, and quite an efficient shaver, and we look forward to using that today and honoring all veterans, including Rod and Mandy. Rod and Mandy, thank you for your service, and thank you for your service to the community as well. Anytime something comes up, there's a charity or anything like that, I know I can count on Rod and Mandy. They're always one of the first to help out, so thank you so much. We appreciate you, Rod and Mandy. All right, we're going to start off by misting the face, and this is just plain water, no special elixir, and I am just wetting my face. Instead of, splashing it with water, I just mist it, and it distributes it very easily. And the lather on this is just phenomenal. And today we're using our Sterling Kong brush, which, if you remember years ago, was one of the first larger synthetic knots that was very inexpensive. Sterling and Razor Rock really were instrumental in bringing down the cost of synthetic knots when they sourced these Platon type knots and made them affordable. Man, look at that lather. That is good stuff right there. I tell you what, in terms of the shave and mechanics of the shave, Sterling is perfectly slick. If you lather it properly and you get the best out of the soap, it will be as slick as any soap on the market. It will lather as creamy as any soap on the market, and it is less expensive than most soaps on the market. So it's win-win-win-win. And I put this Sterling, in terms of the mechanics of the shave, that is providing a good platform for your razor up against any formula on the market, because you can see the results there. And I have tutorial videos below if you want to see me lathering this. That is creamy goodness, and it is creamy as anything out there. and they don't have to reformulate. You know, they just stuck with what works well. And I'm telling you, in terms of the shave, this stuff is fantastic. It's as good as anything out there. Like, and when I say mechanics of the shave, I mean that platform that allows the razor to glide. It is very slick if you lather it right. If it's not slick, again, as I always say, work on your lathering. It should be. It should be. You should have a nice slick lather, and it should be nice and creamy. And if it's not, keep working at it. But when you get it right, it will be slick. I know in the past I've had people comment they don't think it's slick. Work on your lathering. Trust me, when you get it right, it will be slick. Because I have used just about everything out there, and I have a pretty long list of soaps to compare this to, and Sterling is right up there with them all. All right, here we go. The blade, by the way, is the Gillette Platinum in this razor. And this is, like I said before, even the standard head is fairly efficient. I don't know what the blade gap or anything like that is on this razor. Doesn't really matter. Just know that it's nice and efficient, and I like it a lot. And that razor is gliding really, really nicely. So let me ask you folks, are any of you folks veterans? If you are, please comment below. Happy Veterans Day to you. We thank you for your service. Oh man, very nice. I always get tremendous, tremendous lathers from Sterling. And I think sometimes what happens is with Sterling, there is a price bias. Because the overall cost is in the exceptional range, people make assumptions in terms of its quality, that it's not a great quality soap, and that is just simply not true. Now keep in mind, when I'm evaluating a soap, I'm not evaluating post-shave, because I use post-shave products. Post-shave meaning what happens after the shave, the conditioning of the skin, moisturizing, so on and so forth. I'm talking about right now, the act of shaving. How does Sterling measure up against other soaps on the market? For this purpose, it's as good as any, in my opinion. And yes, I will double down on that. You can quote me on that. Now, you might find that some other soaps with the, exotic ingredients maybe give you a better post-shave. For me, I use post-shave products to address that situation. So Sterling is a perfect fit for me because I'm not looking for all the super exotic ingredients. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate them when they're in a soap, but I find that Sterling works really, really well for my use case. And I would say for most people it does. You're going to find some people that don't like it. That's okay. You're entitled to like or not like whatever you want. But in my time, I have used well over 1,000 different soaps, and Sterling measures up with all of them, regardless of price. And I think that is really wonderful. And I like that they've kept the price down. They have increased the price a little bit, a few cents here and there, but they always keep it in that exceptional range of under $3 an ounce. And I really appreciate that. I own more Sterling soaps as a brand than any other brand. I own more. It's probably well beyond 30. And it's because not only are they affordable, but I just love the way they perform, or the way they allow me to perform, really is what it comes down to. Nice and slick. They lather well. They're not finicky. Pretty much check every box for me. And they have a tremendous catalog of scents, both in the summer and fall and winter and all that. And so this one today is fantastic. I absolutely love it. It's just the cat's meow. That is good stuff. So once again, folks, happy Veterans Day to you. And thank you to all of you who serve, but not only those of you who serve, but the family members who are around those folks when they're servicing, when they're performing their service. I remember I got deployed when I was, when my daughter wasn't even a year old. And so I missed about a year of her life. And so, she had to make a sacrifice, so family members of veterans also make sacrifice. So if you're a family member of a veteran, then happy Veterans Day to you as well. I really respect what you do in being away from your loved ones and the worry and angst that comes with that. It's something a lot of people don't think about, but I certainly do. Oh man, very nice. As I mentioned the other day, my daughter's been sick. I checked in on her yesterday, and she's getting a little better each day. She had coughed so vigorously that she actually fractured a rib. And they said at the doctor it could have been a refracturing of one that had been fractured before. But man, that's some vigorous, I guess that's what you would call explosive coughing there. Let's just get that knocked back a little bit. And we'll just hit this really quick so we can go over. And I will, as time permits, come back and do some tutorial type videos, because there are, and this is a really good thing, lots of new shavers asking new questions. Thank you. And keep in mind that one of the things I will share with you today is, folks, it takes time to shave this way. It takes time for your face to adjust to this style of shaving. I know the other day, a gentleman picked up a traditional razor and shaved his head for the first time, and he had cuts all over it. Believe me, folks, there is a learning curve here, but once you master it or develop competency, at least, it will go much better. So what happens to you the first few times you shave will be dramatically different from the 100th time you shave in a traditional way. So keep that in mind. It is not rocket science. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. But there is a learning curve. So just be aware of that. And also, if you're used to using an electric razor or cart razor, it just simply takes time for your face to adjust to this style of shaving. Single blade, perhaps the feeling of more blade on your face. It does take time. You have to learn not to put too much pressure on the razor, because if you're coming from carts or electric razors, you are accustomed to using pressure. And with DE razors, that is double edge razors or single edge razors, you don't use as much pressure. You do have to use some at times, but not a lot. And so all those things will come over time. So don't expect your first traditional shave to be the greatest of your life. It will take time, just like doing anything else. It takes an investment. But once you make that investment and you cross over that initial hump, you will be rewarded with excellent shaves. But a lot of it is getting to know yourself, your face, what your face will tolerate. I'm going to go over that side one more time really quickly. It's really learning what your face responds best to. And for some people, using some of the soaps with more exotic ingredients, with many butters, their face responds very favorably to that. For me, I have to be careful with that, because some of those butters, especially when you're using it in aftershave products as well, doubling up on all those butters and oils can cause my face to break out and get quite oily. So that's why I don't evaluate post, because my use case is likely different from yours. And so what works well for you may not for me, and vice versa. So when I evaluate a soap, I'm evaluating it for what I'm doing right now, shaving, dragging this razor across my face. What sort of platform is that soap providing? Is it gliding easily? Is it providing the necessary slickness? And today's answer is a resounding yes, it is, and it's stellar. And so yes, you can quote me on that. Sterling, in terms of the mechanics of the shave, slickness, when you lather it properly, you being the key factor there, is as good as anything else. With post-shave, I'm sure you can make a lot of arguments. Perhaps it isn't. I don't know. Again, I don't evaluate that. It's not part of my evaluation process for soaps. Because again, after this, I'm going to do a warm water rinse. I'm going to use alum. I'm going to do a cool water rinse. I'm going to use witch hazel, and I'm going to use an aftershave. And there are very few soaps that shine through all of that, because I'm using 2 astringents in that process. So keep that in mind. But man, I'm telling you, this was a great shave today. And the scent on this, it is fabulous. If you haven't tried it, I do recommend it. All right, let me rinse, and then we'll come back and get into post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back, and off camera today, warm water rinse to remove the soap. And then we applied our PAA alum. There was no stinging there, so super smooth shave. No nicks, cuts, creepers, weepers, irritation, bubbles, or troubles. Really nice shave. Following the alum, we did a cool water rinse. And then we toweled off with our Lancaster towel prior to applying the magic made by witches, Thayer's Witch Hazel Cucumber. There you go, April. I know you were waiting for that. I had an excellent shave today with Sterling Triumph. Beautiful, beautiful scent based on Paco Rabanne Invictus. Really, really nice. You saw the lather. I'll show you again. I'm telling you what, folks, when you lather Sterling correctly and get that hydration in it, it is super creamy. It is super slick. Mechanically, one of the best bases on the market, especially if you consider ease of use and price. Just phenomenal. I have a great experience with Sterling every single time. The razor for today was the Sterling stainless steel razor. Now, Sterling has some razors on their site, but not the razor that they made anymore. This one, I don't know if they had a couple of hundred or whatever, but they sold out of them. They were up on their website for a long time. This one, using the standard plate today, very nice. And thank you, Rod and Mandy, again for your service. And thanks to all of you veterans, both present and past, for your service. We use the Sterling Kong brush, and it's in our Lancaster Razor Works brush soaking mug. And today, we will finish it off with Sterling Triumph. And I have menthol in this one. And man, we are going to be smelling good while we celebrate this terrific Veterans Day. And I hope wherever you are, you have a tremendous Veterans Day as well. Thank you so much for your service, all you veterans and the family members of veterans. I appreciate you. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.